Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. It is 6:03. We'll start off with quorum. Roll call, I'm sorry.
Aldo Benavides, present.
Esmeralda Solis, present.
Nereida Cantu, present.
Mary Hernandez, present.
Roberto Zamora, present.
Alex Cantu, present. And I know Mr. Oresti is here as well. Let me give him some time.
Anthony Oresti, present.
I do declare a quorum. Item number 3, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we remain standing for 30 seconds of silence for invocation? Thank you.
It's not on the agenda.
Moving on to item number 4, public comments. Do we have any public comments? If we have none, we move on to item number 5, the tax collector's report. Item 1, approval of May 2023 tax collector's report.
So move.
I have a motion by Mr. Oresti. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Solis. I have a question by Dr. Zamora.
No, just a comment and a question for Mr. Garza on the taxes that are outstanding at $10 million. What impact is that having on our budget, if any, for the 22-23 school year?
I did not hear the question. I'm sorry, Dr. Zamora.
Okay, it is showing here on the report that there's taxes outstanding, $10,254,000 plus. I'm just asking what's the impact, if any, on our 22-23 budget?
At this point, we're 4% below what we've collected, and therefore, we still have the month of June. We're going to be about 400,000 short of collecting for this fiscal year's budget.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes.
If there's no other questions, I had a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. For item number 6 and 7, we have no items, so we move on to item number 8, consent agenda. Need a motion? Need a motion to approve?
So move.
I have a motion by Ms. Solis, a second by Mr. Oresti. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Now going back to item number 9, contracts. Approval of 2023-2024 contract between Silver Lining and La Jolla ISD. I need a motion to approve.
So
I have a
moved.
motion by Ms. Solis.
I have a question on,
I'll take Dr. Cantu second. There's a question?
It was Ms.
Oh, Ms.
I would have
Hernandez, I'm sorry.
seconded, but she.
Ms. Hernandez second.
no, if I could just,
Dr. Zamora has a question?
I just been trying to find out more about the Silver Lining company. And if we could just get an explanation from someone in terms of their experiences.
Ms. Chavez.
And what data do we have? Because in here it says that they assure us that we're going to experience gains. So what data do we have that shows us that?
Good evening. The Silver Lining curriculum is a curriculum that supports TSI instruction. It is led by Mr. Alfonso Rodriguez, the math coordinator. I oversee TSI, so I fund that, and we work collaboratively on that. Basically, the way that it works is that the TSI curriculum that they provide is integrated into the curriculum that they have in 8th grade all the way up to 12th grade. Silver Lining creates instructional packets for students, and they provide professional development for our teachers. If our students are struggling, they work with Mr. Rodriguez and myself to look at the data for AccuPlacer. And every time we need adjustments, they create new packets to serve students that are struggling, students that are not doing well. We've started using this curriculum, especially to do small group instruction for students that have had to take the TSI exam more than one time. And so when used, those students, they bring them in a small group, about 10 to 12 students. That's when they're passing, when we're providing targeted instruction based on what they need for TSI. And
Have we had them in the district before?
Oh, yes, we've had them for several years. This is not new, it's just a repeated contract.
Yeah.
I just didn't notice any attachments to it, like with other contracts where there's several pages
Oh, it's,
disclosures, and I didn't see any in this one, so.
it's an educator that works with us all the time, and very simple, just they're here to provide support to target instruction for TSI.
And the data does show improvements.
Yes, that's what Mr. Rodriguez recommends. He works with the teachers to see when we go through our needs assessment process, they voted to continue using this resource. And we haven't found one that's teachers would support in a better way. They like the way that they're helping us to differentiate every time that we need it. So they're willing every time that we need something, they create brand new and fresh resources for us.
So these are for all high schools.
And 8th grade students as well. We're using it in the middle schools as well. Yes.
Thank you.
If there's no more questions, I have a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. Item number 2, approval of contract between La Jolla Independent School District and the Advanced Via Individual Determination Center in order to ensure students are academically and socially prepared for success in college. Need a motion to approve? I have a motion by Ms. Solis. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Dr. Cantu. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Item number 3, approval of proclamation in support of Hidalgo County's Prosperity Task Force.
So moved.
I have a motion by Ms. Solis. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Oresti. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Under bids, there's no item as well. So we move on to instruction and student services. On item number 3, approval of high school early start program.
So move.
I have a motion by Mr. Oresti. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Solis.
Yeah,
Go ahead. No, I
I was just gonna get confirmation from the administration on our affordability on this, from Mr. Garza or Mr. Munoz, if we could just bring greater clarity to the board.
Yes, Mr. Gonzalez, as you see in the item, it does have a cost analysis of $30,000. I know in speaking to our state and federal programs director, which is also supervising and reviewing the ESSER fund balance. As it is right now, we are projected to carry over $40 million into year 3 to put forth year 3 initiatives. 26 million of those ESSER funds have been earmarked for salaries. So with the remaining funds and our other entitlements, we should have enough to be able to put forth this additional initiative. Now, to give you an overall picture as to how we are financially, we can ask Mr. Ben Garza.
Mr. Garza?
Yes, so with that $26 million, with use of ESSER and the staff allocation that we had this past year, we had a reduction in our deficit from 25 million to 15 million with the support of the board, of course, and the support of administration and our superintendent. So at this moment, we've been saving money with the help and the use of not only ESSER, but also our staff allocation plan as well.
Thank you, Mr. Garza.
Yes.
So this represents a total savings here of an additional $10 million. Yes. So we're not in the same spot we were. Okay, appreciate that very, very much.
Okay, so the paying right now will be $35 per hour on the teachers instead of 50, or?
I'm sorry, Ms.
Because
Hernandez.
I'm looking at the lead teacher is $35.
Okay, that is correct.
So it's going down from 50 to 35 or what? Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Just for clarification, so as of last year, our $25 million deficit, as of now, we're close to 15. We've cut it almost $10 million.
Yeah, that is correct. We have saved the district $10 million. Our deficit has been reduced by $10 million, correct.
Wow.
Most of that savings is coming from where?
Salaries.
Salaries?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Garza.
Thank you.
I had a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Do we have, I'm noticing the high schools that are to be served, and I didn't see here what is Lincoln or La Jolla High School. So I'm just wondering if they're being served at these other campuses. On page 27.
For Juarez and La Jolla High.
So the campuses that you see there, Dr. Zamora, are the campuses that moved and requested that we put forth these programs. If the high schools are not there, these high schools that selected not to put forth a program as an early start. I know that they have several other initiatives during the school year to help their students with TSI or credit recovery and things like that. But the campuses that are there on that board item were the ones that requested it.
Okay.
So then the other schools that are not here didn't request it?
They did not. However, the opportunity will be made available to all the students from those campuses that want to participate to go to those camps and get in some additional supports before they take their TSI assessments.
Which brings up my next question, and that has to do with transportation. I didn't see drivers' salaries there.
I believe that that item had already been approved, Dr. Zamora, for summer employment, but if necessary, we'll bring it forth at the next board meeting to approve any additional, bus drivers that we might need to employ for summer travel.
Okay, with that said, we had a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Under item number E, Human Resources, approval of school district teaching permit for non-core academic career and technical education CTE courses. I need a motion to approve.
Move.
I have a motion by Ms. Solis. I need a second. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. LJISD. All those in favor signify by saying
I have a
aye.
question, is this a new course, sir, that's being offered? Are we offering those courses, and who's teaching them now?
Hello, Dr. Zamora. Yes, this course is being offered at each of the high schools. It's currently offered at Juarez Lincoln. We do have, I believe, 4 teachers there, and we do have 3 teachers over at Palmview High School. At La Jolla High School, that's where we have only 2 teachers, and we're trying to be equitable across the board with all comprehensive high schools. So we are in need of an additional teacher at La Jolla High School.
I thought that we would look at issuing permits after we've given the opportunity for people to apply, and then if there's no teacher, then we can move to the permits. Have we advertised this position?
No, we have not. You know, based on the situation that we're in as a district, we're trying to utilize the resources that we have within the district to be able to be more financially, responsible. So that's what we're doing, and that's what we're asking for, a permit.
Has this been discussed with Mr. Nacenciano?
Right now, we're discussing it amongst ourselves right now, right, based on making sure that we receive a permit, and then we will make the decision as to who that person will be, and then we'll discuss it with the individual.
Because it has his name on the permit, and it also has that we approved it on June 21st.
Well, this is when the information was actually, the permit has actually been developed, but this is something that we ourselves have information. Not everybody has this information yet.
Right, it is the strong recommendation of the administration based on the best cost-effective measures that we're taking for the district, and as we're aligning the staff needs to the student needs according to my leadership and that of my administrations.
Not a problem, just that it needs to be corrected because it says Board of Trustees approval date.
Right.
And it says June 21st, and we did not approve it, or at least I don't recall approving it at that time.
Yes, it is lacking a signature, as you can see right there, and the date can be adjusted. That's when the actual information was filled in. So we can make the adjustment there, and it is lacking the signature of our superintendent. It obviously it's signed after the board approves. Right?
Correct.
Yes.
So it would be with
The,
today's date.
Right.
Yes.
So has Mr. Nacenciano been informed of this?
No, that's what you just said.
Yes, no, because again, the only thing that was shared with you all at this point in time is actually everything has been shared with you all. The board agenda has been shared with the public, right? We want to make sure that this gets approved first before we actually speak to the employee.
But the employee did not know about this move.
No, he will know as soon as I let him know. Yes.
Right.
That's correct. Yes, I'll exercise my right of assignment as superintendent.
No, I understand that.
Yes, sir.
I'm just wondering
Yes, sir, we're
the
being,
process.
Right.
Right.
With that being said, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
I have 2 nays, Dr. Benavides and Dr. Zamora. Motion passes. Item number 2, discussion and approval of La Jolla ISD organizational chart. I need a motion to approve.
So move.
I have a motion by Mr. LJISD. I need a second. Second by Ms. Solis. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
Okay, I have a nay also by Dr. Benavides and Dr. Zamora. Motion passes. Then moving on, we're going to go into executive session under Texas Government Code 551.074, 551.072, and 551.071 at 6:18. It is 10:34 and we're out of executive session. Under personnel, we have item number 1, employment of professional personnel. I need a motion to approve.
For items 1, 2, and 3, I make a motion to approve as discussed in the executive session.
I have a motion. I need a second. Second by Ms. Solis. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. On item number 4,
For items number 4 through 20, I'd like to take no action.
I have a motion to take no actions as items 4 through 20. I need a second.
I'll second.
Second.
I'll take Dr. Benavides second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item number 21. Possible action in level 3 grievance hearing for Aide Loya.
For items number 21, I move that the board take no action.
For just item 21?
For items 21, level 3 grievance hearing for Aide Loya.
Okay, I have a motion, take no action. I need a second.
Question.
I need a second first.
Just,
Second.
okay.
Second by Dr. Benavides. All,
By no action in this case, what is meant by that, sir? No, I said by no action. In a previous board meeting, we said no action. It says it was affirming. I didn't hear it now. It's not.
By taking the motion, by making a motion to take no action, we're adopting what was cited in the level 2.
So we would be affirming the decision. Okay,
with conditions.
With conditions.
correct. I understand that. So I just wanted to make that clear.
Okay.
All right.
I have a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries. Possible action of level 3 grievance hearing for Ramiro Loya.
I move that the board take no action on the level 3 grievance hearing for Ramiro Loya.
I have a motion. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Solis. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Possible action.
Again, sir, on that one is the same situation as before. That it is because the
1 and
affirming
2,
would be
yes.
Correct. With the condition.
with a condition, but we've
Yes.
got to understand that there's a condition there.
Take no action. For the minutes, the motion is to take no action.
Okay, for item number 23, possible action in level 3 grievance hearing for Cesar Rodriguez. I need a motion.
I move that the board take no action on the level 3 grievance of Cesar Rodriguez Jr.
I have a motion. Need a second. Need a second.
Question on that one, that's the same as well?
Second. Yes.
Second.
I have a second by Dr. Cantu. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Again, with conditions,
Yes, they're all.
all right?
That's the same question for
So she
item
just
22 and 21. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 24, possible action level 3 grievance hearing for Ricardo Medrano Villarreal. Need a motion?
I move that the board take no action on the level 3 grievance for Ricardo Villarreal.
I have a motion. I need a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Solis. All those in
And I
favor-
would add with conditions.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 25, possible actions on level 3 hearings for Belinda Renee Garcia.
I move that the board take no action on the level 3 grievance for Belinda Renee Garcia.
I have a motion. I need a second. I need a second to approve. Second by Ms. Solis. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Discussion and possible action on non-21 chapter contracts for 2023-2024 school year. Need a motion to approve? I need a motion to approve.
So move for items 26.
I have a motion to approve for item number 26. I need a second.
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 A second by Ms. Solis. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Discussion and possible action regarding general litigation, and there's no action on number 28.
27, I move,
Oh, hold on. We skipped number 27.
I move to approve item 27 on the high school early start program.
I have a motion by Dr. Benavides. I need a second.
Second.
A second by Dr. Cantu. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Item number 28, legal.
Members of the board, with respect to items number 28 and 29, I recommend the board take no action.
No action for item number 28 and 29. With that being said, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Oresti, a second by Ms. Solis. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed, motion carries. Meeting is adjourned at 10:40.